Hi everyone, on today's road trip we're going to look at a 1978 Lincoln Continental Town Coupe. And I have the owner with us, his name is Jim. Thanks Jim for showing us your car.
Thanks, Mike, for having me.
How many years have you had this car?
Roughly, I've had this car about 2 years.
2 years?
About 2 years. I purchased it from a friend of mine out of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, who he picked it up from the original family that bought it.
Was it always in this condition?
It was close to this condition. I've done some improvements over the last year or so, kind of bringing it up for drivability, condition, paint, kind of correcting it and working it through to get it where it is today.
Well, we're at the Lincoln Continental National Meet in Morgantown, Pennsylvania. And this car actually caught my eye last week. I saw you at a show in Lahaska. And I was hoping to catch you again this week. And I want to thank you for bringing it out and doing this video for us. What is the color of this car?
So this is Crystal Apricot Moon Dust Metallic.
That's a long name.
They made 243 of the town coupes in this color.
Okay.
They made 43 with a matching top. They made 3 of those with an AM/FM track, and they made 1 of those with the turbine wheels. This is that car.
This is the 101.
This is a 1 of 1.
Now, I want to get the pronunciation right. It's Town Coupe, correct?
It has the umlaut in the
So when we refer to these cars as Town Coupes, it's really a Town Coupe?
town coupe.
There we go.
Yes.
I like the gold striping on the upper window there. You got the upper light.
Correct.
Very nice. These wheels, these are, what would you call these wheels?
These are factory dual band tires. So this was an option on this vehicle. They came standard with a single white wall. This was an optional tire for this vehicle.
And you've got the Lincoln Center cap there.
Yes.
Does that pop off?
Yes, it does.
The
lug nuts behind it.
Okay. I love the wheels.
It's a 5x5 bolt pattern. A very similar wheel was used in the 80s, but it was a 5x4.5 bolt pattern. So people believe they're interchangeable. They are not.
Well, this is a big car. This is as big as they came.
This is a big car, yes.
Can we look at the inside?
You may. Let me get the door.
What do they call this interior? Do they even have
This was a Cordovan interior. And most of these cars, what sets this apart is the Cordovan interior would normally match the vinyl top on this car. This car was ordered with a light Cordovan top to accentuate the car versus the interior.
You know what? I kind of like the matching top to the paint.
Correct.
I kind of like that look. And what do we have in here? It looks like you're pretty much loaded up like most Lincolns.
Yeah, so when you got the town coupe or town car package on these, there's certain options that came with it. You know, you have your climate control, the automatic headlights or wipers and all that. It's there's not a ton of options on this car. I mean, it's got the window sticker, which, if you don't mind me reaching in.
Yeah.
There's a copy of the original window sticker, which shows all the option line items for this vehicle particularly.
Wow. What was the price on this?
I believe it was $13,513 back in 1978.
I don't know what that translates to today, but
About $75,000 or $80,000
okay.
in today's dollars.
I figured you would know.
Yeah.
You're the Lincoln guy.
Well, that's a money thing at the end of the day.
It is.
You know.
Love the design of the interior.
Yes, it's very subtle but also elegant.
It's got this extra padding here, kind of like the Cadillacs had with the Brits, but did all Lincolns have that? Was that like the standard
Not
seats?
all of them. That's basically the town coupe package came with the upgraded seats.
Okay. Can we look in the back seat? Can you flip that forward?
You may.
This is a very spacious back seat. Look at all that legroom for a two-door vehicle.
And as you notice, the middle seat belt's still in the original plastic that it came from the factory.
And how many miles are on this again?
11,327 to be exact.
11,000 miles. Wow.
And it holds 24 gallons of gas.
This probably doesn't last very long.
I mean, believe it or not, when you get this car on the highway, it's running mid-teens, 14,
Really?
15, 16. Yeah, I mean,
Once you get the momentum moving down the road?
it's a big car, so once you get it up to speed, it's a matter of just...
Can you pop the hood switch?
Sure.
Is this a 400 car?
This is the optional, let's say, in 78, the 400 became the standard motor. It was the last year for the 460. This is not optioned that way.
How big that hood is. My God.
It's a dance floor.
It's a dance floor, is right. So this is what?
400 cubic inch.
400 cubic inch.
And if I remember correctly, it's about 190 horsepower. So not lighting the world on fire by any means.
No, but does it have a decent amount of torque?
It does.
That's really what you need for a car this big.
It does.
Get it off
And of
the
course,
line.
it's got a C6 transmission, so it moves around the road pretty well.
I would
It takes
say
up all of the road, but it does move around pretty well.
I would say this is a very clean 11,000 mile engine compartment.
Yes, this is an original car.
Yes.
Still has the original date-coded wires. It still has, I mean, I changed over the hoses and belts. Hoses recently. The belts are still original. Plugs and everything else are still original.
It's very clean. I wouldn't say you're going to look at it and say it was all pulled out and highly detailed, but
Yes.
it is super, super clean and original looking.
It's the first time showing this car in a National Lincoln meet, so I'll take away from that and do some adjustments after the fact when I get it back home and do some more cleaning.
Yeah, this is the Lincoln Continental Owners Club, huh?
Yes.
You're a member, or are you one of the directors?
I'm the national membership director of the club. I'm also the treasurer of the Philadelphia region of the club. I'm also the assistant director of the Philadelphia region, so I wear a lot of hats.
So you know your Lincolns. At the end of the day, you're supposed
I
to
do.
know
I
your
have
stuff.
I have 22 Lincolns in my collection, mostly 70s and 80s. I have a couple in the 90s, but
Okay.
these are the cars that I grew up in and with. So, of course, people tend to collect what they know
Yeah.
and what they remember.
I agree. Well, I remember these cars. I grew up in that era. I remember stuff before that era, but I definitely remember stuff in the 70s.
Yes, it's very opulent, per se. It's large.
You've got the cornering lights. Were they standard on these cars?
They were standard on this car.
On this car? Love the trim on the top of the fenders.
Yes, it's
all the way down.
it's huge. It goes the whole length of the car, and the car is 19 feet 9 inches long.
Can we look at the passenger side? Oh, before you do that, you have some initials here. TMP.
Yeah, so the initials on the car came from Ford for the original owner. I just got it from basically the original owner's family. It's Thomas Perry.
And what do you have inside the?
So in the car is the original documentation, the original protective plate, manuals, and I have more information at home. As you can see, it's got the original tag,
Wow.
the dealer tags for the keys, and of course all the other information. So he bought this car on June 9th of '78.
Wow. So that's all the original paperwork.
All the original paper, plus I have more at home.
Wow.
So I even have a copy of the original check that he bought this car with.
It figures, being the Lincoln guy that you are. Look how nice that sill plate is. I would say nobody's really sat on this side. There's no scuffs. The leather looks perfect. No creases in the leather at all. You got your 8-track tape, so this is an 8-track car?
It is, and they do work.
Do they?
They do. I've got a little Elvis Presley in the glove box there. I was listening to that on Thursday.
I've got an 8-track of Elvis as well in my car.
Yep.
And look how nice his back seat is. Really, really sweet. This is an amazing color. I love the color. It's just different.
This color mainly came on a Mark V.
Okay.
You did not see many town coupes in this color. You could order it, but again, it was mainly a Mark V color.
Why is that? Do we know, or just Mark V guys liked it?
You know, I think Ford had an idea just to kind of put certain colors on certain cars because of the way they were designed and the way they look.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I mean, you could, back in the 70s, as you know, you could order almost anything you wanted.
Yeah.
And make a car option anyway. It doesn't matter if they really offered it or not. But this is just one of those rare colors on this car, and it came out of Jim Dixon Lincoln in Ohio.
Can we look at the trunk area?
You can.
Out of Ohio, huh?
Yeah, so it doesn't scream an Ohio car to me for some reason.
Let's look at that back real quick. This is unique. It's got a little design.
All the scroll work that's in the taillight.
Yeah. Does that light up, or is that just reflective?
Just reflective.
So the corner is the only area that lights up?
Yeah, they're reverse lights.
The reverse lights.
And, of course, through different years of this car, the scroll work is not the same.
Oh, really?
So they updated it from 75 and 6 to 77, 8, and 9.
Could you interchange the...
The panels were identical. It's just the inlay was different. Sort of like...
It would take a guy like you at a show like this to point out that on somebody's car.
Well, and it's interesting. If you look at the 80s town cars, which I'm very big in those as well, 88's had a box around the stainless, 89 had ribs in it.
Yeah.
85 to 87 had a center tail light. It's if you know your cars and know what you're looking for, you know what's correct and what potentially may be incorrect.
I would imagine this is the biggest trunk made by man.
It's close. It's close. You can fit a family of 6 in the back comfortably.
I believe it. Wow. Look at the condition of this trunk. This material is beautiful.
Yes.
Now the trunk obviously is there. Is the gas tank below the trunk?
Gas tank's below the trunk.
That's why
So-
you're able to have such a deep well.
Yeah, so it's interesting. The Cadillacs, the gas tank was underneath the trunk, which is why they're not that deep.
Yeah.
The Lincolns, they put them behind the rear seat underneath, so it gives you a full depth trunk.
Well,
And
I
of
would
course,
imagine.
factory original spares in there as well.
I would imagine it's a great thing to have until you have to pull a heavy suitcase out of it.
Yeah,
And they're
or
back.
kegs. If you
Yeah.
put a keg in the trunk, you could stand them up in here, but they're hard to get out.
Look how nice and clean that panel is. That cardboard or is that plastic?
No, this is all plastic.
Not a scratch on it.
Nope, this car was very well loved
I would say so.
by the father who purchased it and the son who inherited it once he passed away.
I like the town coupes, the town coupes, I should say.
It's interesting. They are the same exact size as the four doors, except the quarter panels are half the car almost.
Oh, really? So bumper to bumper, it's the same length?
Same exact thing. 19 feet, 9 inches.
Wow. It's just got a humongous quarter panel.
Oh, yes. And it's interesting. If you look down the side of the car, what you notice is the quarter panels actually start to flare out. Like the car's not wide enough as it is. It gets wider towards the back.
You know what? I noticed that earlier, and I'm glad you pointed that out. It does flare out right here.
Behind the doors.
Yeah,
It'll start to
right
flare out.
above the wheel
Yep.
well, and it goes in a little bit right around here.
Yep, exactly.
I'm not sure the camera's ever going to pick that up, but
So imagine as a body guy, you had to fix this panel.
yeah.
I mean, you almost have to start at the front of the car and look all the way back to make sure there's
Yeah.
no dings or scrapes or scratches in it.
Well, I love the car. Straight or got a curve to it, I don't care. I just love the car. Love the trim on the top. But I think it's a great color combination, a great looking car.
That's what drew me to this car. Again, I'm more of a unique guy in the sense of, cars on the road and what colors.
Yeah.
This is, when I saw this car, first thing that came to my mind was that I have never seen one in this color. Well, now when you look at the Martin report, you figure out why. They didn't make many.
Yeah. Well, I like the car, but this particular one jumps out at me.
Yeah, the dual band tires really make this car specifically, and they make the color.
I agree. I think everybody at home probably likes this car too. So, folks, tell us what you think. 1978 Lincoln Continental Town Coupe. Leave your comments below. Definitely subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Mike,
Thanks,
thanks
Jim.
for having me.
Thank you, Jim.
Take care.